So, Dr. Ray, what you're articulating is Shia supremacism, where the Iranian regime has an ideological fervor to want to take over the entire region. What would you say is the status or the health of that regime? Can we tell? Please tell us, Dr. Ray.
Well, we really can't tell. At least I really can't tell. We may have intelligence agents there who know quite a bit. The CIA may know quite a bit. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Israelis know quite a bit. But I don't think this is a good day for that political regime. A lot of damage has been done. They've shown weakness. I mean, Khomeini may claim victory, but the whole world, including all the people in Iran, know that this was a grave defeat for Iran. And weakness in that part of the world, in Iran and in the Arab countries, isn't tolerated for long. So I think it's possible that there will be a change within the regime or even a change of regime. One of the things to know about the Iranian regime is it's not a monarchy. It's not an ordinary tyranny. It's an oligarchy. There's a sort of group of insiders, including the leaders of the Revolutionary Guard and so forth, but also the people in parliament and the mullahs. And you can bet that there are conversations going on now about what changes need to be made. And at a certain point, those changes could be serious. In the year 2002, after 9/11, I used to live in Turkey, so I know that part of the world a bit. And I went back to Turkey, seeing old friends, but I was also invited to a party with Turkish journalists. There was an Iranian journalist there. There had been demonstrations in Iran, spontaneous demonstrations at soccer games, pro-American demonstrations in the wake of 9/11. So I asked this Iranian journalist, is the regime going to go under? And he said, no. He said, the people who run this country were graduate students in Eastern Europe during the Soviet period. They know how to control a population. There's one thing they don't know how to control: their own children. I don't know if his story about Eastern Europe is correct, but I can tell you they have controlled that population. It's now 46 years old. At that time, it was younger. But one of the things you can see in these sorts of regimes is they run out of revolutionary fervor when the generation that made the revolution passes from the scene. Now, it's a bit early. Those people are in their 60s now and in their 70s. They haven't passed from the scene. But it could be enough of them have passed from the scene, and that there are people in positions of responsibility who are younger, the sort of Gorbachevs of the Iranian Revolution. That is to say, people who were not there during the revolution, and they may think a little bit differently, especially since the defeats they've suffered in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Yemen, and now in the home country. So they might want to move away from a set of policies that brings this sort of thing on them. Now, if Khamenei remains in power, 86 years old, and if he dominates, I doubt that there will be change. But if he gets pushed aside, everything's open. And there's a very large population in Iran that has never liked this regime. Mm-hmm. And so there might be an opening in that direction.
If there was ever an opportunity for the people of Persia to rise up, I would imagine this would be it. They, at least from the outside, they seem remarkably vulnerable. And they're a proud people. They are an ancient power. And despite the spin that the Ayatollahs giving, they were humiliated on the world stage. They had no air defense systems. I mean, two foreign countries had complete control of the skies over Iran. It was a joke. Dr. Ray, we're out of time. Thank you for your time. Final thoughts, 20 seconds, sir.
Okay. The Russians and the Chinese are watching, and they're beginning to think maybe we should be a little bit careful.
Well said. Be a little bit careful. Donald Trump did not just drop a bomb on Fordo. It was a memo of understanding to our enemies that was delivered straight to the desk of Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, and they took careful notes at the military precision and the willingness of the commander-in-chief.